Hi everyone, it's Miss Allen and I'm coming to you for the Story Tower at Billings Public Library. And it is time for this week's edition of Adventures in Storytime. Are you ready? Alrighty. Two little hands go clap, clap, clap. Two little feet go tap, tap, tap. Two little fists go thump, thump, thump. And two little feet go jump, jump, jump. One little child turns round and round, and one little child sits quietly down. So today we're going to veer a little bit from our habitat story time. We still have some animals to talk about, but today we're going to talk about bees, because in the library right now is a bee exhibit. Yes, with real bees in it. And you can come see it, or you can stay tuned tomorrow, Wednesday, June, what is it, like the 22nd? For story time. Well, it's 23rd. We're gonna show a little video of the bee exhibit at the library. So if you don't want to come in person, maybe you're a little worried about those bees, you can see them on the video. So today all of our story times are going to be about bees. Bzzz. So our first story is called Honeybees, and this is from the World of Insects series, and this is by Colleen Sexton. So we're going to talk a little bit about bees, and then we'll do a few cute stories and some songs. Alrighty. Honeybees are busy insects. They work hard making honey on summer days. See them sitting on the flowers? Honeybees have a yellow body with black stripes. Hair covers their body. If you can see really closely, you will see there's little fluffs of hair. Honeybees have 6 legs, and honeybees have 4 wings. Honeybees have a stinger. They may sting people, animals, or other insects that bother them. Honeybees have 2 antennas. They use antennas to smell things. You see their antennas up here at the top, right here? And then there's their stinger on their little tushy. Honeybees gather pollen from flowers. This yellow dust sticks to the bee's body. The honeybees carry lumps of pollen on their back legs. Can you see that right there? There they are. Honeybees visit hundreds of flowers in a day. They carry pollen from one flower to another. Flowers need honeybees to bring new pollen. They use this pollen to make seeds. Honeybees also gather nectar from the flowers. They suck the nectar through a long tongue that is like a straw. See it right there? Honeybees carry the nectar and the pollen to their home. Honeybees live in a hive with thousands of other bees. Do you see that? The hive holds a wax comb. Honeybees fill holes in the comb with nectar. The nectar dries and turns into honey. Honey is very sweet to eat. So see how important bees are? Because if bees aren't running around moving pollen from one plant to the other, the plants won't grow. And if they don't grow and they don't flower, then we don't get vegetables. So even though we don't like bees sometimes, or we're scared of them, they're a very important part of our ecosystem. So let's do a couple of songs. They're both kind of short, so we're going to do them both at the same time. First, if you've ever done teddy bear, turn around. We're going to do bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing all around. So ready? Can you be a bumblebee? There you go. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing all around. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing on the ground. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing up so high. Bumblebee, bumblebee, way up in the sky. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing past your nose or your toes. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing on your nose. Very good. And then the other one is just a fun little finger play. So can you put your thumb together on your fist like this? Very good. It goes, here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There Can you buzz? Bzzz. Alrighty. Okay. Our next book is called Bee, a Peek Through Picture Book by Britta Teckentrup. So the cool thing about this book, and it's harder to see on video, is that there's a hole. So every page there's a hole all the way down. You kind of see that? So this is a cool book. See the bee in the middle? He goes all the way through the story. Look at all those beautiful flowers. There's a ladybug. All right. Dawn is breaking on a brand new day, and in the meadow, poppies sway. A bee appears, striped black and gold. A wonder of nature is about to unfold. In the treetops, birds start to sing. The little bee beats her wings. As she travels here and there, a gentle humming fills the air. Zzz, huh? Back and forth, to and fro, bee knows exactly where to go. Visiting flowers of every hue, she has a special job to do. Remember, moving the pollen? You see her? There she is, and there's another one, and even another one. And what's this golden stuff we talked about? That's pollen. Gathering nectar as she goes from every foxglove, every rose. Dusty with pollen, the little bee buzz, buzz, buzzes busily. There's that hole again, and there's our little bee. Bee travels on from bloom to bloom, drawn in by their sweet perfume. Harvesting flowers one by one, her compass is the midday sun. Among the orchard's apple trees, blossoms quiver in the breeze. Carrying pollen from place to place, bee always leaves a tiny trace. Look how beautiful that is. Do you think that's all the work of the bumblebee? Flowers as far as the eye can see. Too many flowers for just one bee. All of a sudden, bee is gone. She has a message to pass on. Is she gonna go find the rest of her bee friends? Back at the hive, bee spreads the news. There's work to be done, no time to lose. Listen for their gentle humming. The word is out. The bees are coming. Look at them all. Buzzing over the dense hedgerows, past the pond where the wild thyme grows. Through the orchard's sweet-smelling scent, the bees travel on with calm intent. Are they going to that beautiful meadow? Here they come. As lilies glow orange in the sun, the bees must finish what they've begun, stopping at every flower they find, leaving the gift of pollen behind. The bees pass over woodland stream, droplets sparkle and pebbles gleam. Water trickles, bubbles and weaves, a weeping willow trails its leaves. As the bees fly on through buds and burrs, a tiny miracle occurs. So many plants and flowers you see were given life by one small bee. There they are. Look at all those beautiful flowers. Just because the bumblebee did its work. Huh? That's super important, isn't it? To have the bumblebee do work so that it pollinates the plants. So we have plants and vegetables and fruit. Alrighty, so we're going to do our two songs again. We're going to put the words up so you can practice your reading. Are you ready? We're going to do Bumblebee, Bumblebee first. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing all around. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing on the ground. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing up so high. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing in the sky. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing past your toes. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing on your nose. Alrighty, let's make a beehive with your fist. Here's the words to here's the beehive. Here's the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're alive. Bzzz. Did you like that? Okay, just a reminder before our last story that if you are signed up for summer reading, you should be getting event codes for participating in programs. So if you watch our craft after story time, Miss Molly will give you a code. If you watch our little pollinator exhibit with the bees tomorrow on our YouTube channel, we'll have a code. If you tune into Spanish story time on the first and third Fridays, we have a code. So everything that you participate in, we give you a code for. And this Thursday, the program is with the Audubon Society, so you can sign up for a Zoom link to participate. Come visit with this Audubon Society. They're going to talk about insects of Montana. Pretty cool, huh? So I have a code for you for this story time. It is Buzz Buzz. That works well, don't you think? Buzz Buzz. No capital letters and no space. Buzz Buzz. So remind your grown-up that your special code for this time story time is Buzz Buzz. Next week we will be doing story time on freshwater animals. So I believe the zoo will be talking about their river otters. And we'll be talking about animals that live in freshwater like rivers and streams and ponds. Alrighty, so our last story is Kaya and the Bees, and this is by Mary Beth Bolts. This is a brand new book, or newer book. We got it in May of last year. Many of us have not seen it, of course. And it's a great book about a young lady who's a little bit afraid of bees. Any of you like that? Miss Allen is. I need to learn to not be because they're very important, and as long as I don't make them angry, they won't hurt me, right? Alrighty, so here we go. I'm the brave type, like hottest hot pepper brave and furry spider in the basement brave. But one thing super scares me. Bees. Bees have stingers. Once I stepped on a bee barefooted and it stung me. And right now, thousands of bees live on our roof. Bees, bees, so many bees. Look at her and the kitty cat, a little scared. Dad says honeybees are dying and scientists don't know exactly why. Dad reads bee books and talks about bees non-stop. Fruits and vegetables need to be pollinated to grow, he says. I crunch an apple. Bees pollinated that apple. How about blueberries? Those too, he says. The world needs bees, and that's why we're beekeepers. There he is, look at that. But only he goes on the roof with the beehives, not me. And the kids in my building, I go on and on to them like I'm the beekeeper. And oh man, they listen. But I get twisty inside because I'm not exactly a beekeeper. Then the day turns hot. We're all playing in the hydrant water, and who shows up? A bee. It circles my head, buzzes my ear, and lands, ready for this? Right on my arm. I'm crazy, screaming and waving. You're a liar, Marcella says. Hector laughs and says, real beekeepers don't freak out over a little bee. I go inside, mad and stompy, and grab my suit and gloves from the closet. I want to see the bees, I say. Oh, Dad says, let's go check on them now. Dad zips on my suit, and I put on my hood, gloves, and boots until every jittery inch of me is covered, head to toe to fingertip. I follow behind Dad up the stairs, and he pushes open the door. There on the roof, beehives. Bees crawl in and out of the little hole. Some bees have bright orange and yellow puffs stuck to their legs. They're carrying pollen, Dad says, and he pries open the lid. All of a sudden, bees are everywhere. A flying, buzzing, zipping cloud. My hands shoot up to swat. Dad means business. Stay still, Kaya. Breathe. But I hold my breath. Dad pulls a frame from the bee box. Both sides are covered in crawling, wiggling bees. He studies the frames one at a time. Then he pulls a frame and holds it out for me to take. Me, the liar or the brave girl? My head is soaked with sweat. I blink hard and I reach. See, I told you it was new. It's still stuck. And here I am, scared to death. but holding 1,000 bees, maybe more, between my own 2 hands. The bees are electric, buzzing, buzzing, and I'm electric too. Let's find the queen, Dad says. I hunt, and then I spot her. Dad gives me a thumbs up. So far, so good. Bees are perched on sticks floating in water tub. I watch them balance and sip. I can't believe they actually look cute. I add fresh water to the tub. Wet glove. I strip it off, grab another stick, and a bee stings my finger. I bawl. Who wouldn't? That bee was alive. It vibrated, and its stinger stuck into my skin. Dad scrapes it off, and I run water over my finger, and what's left is a mad red patch. I'm never, ever going to be near those bees again. Dad does the bee chores alone. He invites me every time, but doesn't push when I say no. One day he says the honey is ready to harvest. I'll help, I say, but no bees, right? We work all day filling jars and mopping. There's honey on the floor, honey on the table, on my elbow, on the doorknobs. Who cares? We're laughing about the magic happening right in our kitchen. The honey flows and I want to draw a picture, but no crayon is that golden. And you can't draw the smell of warm, sweet honey filling our apartment. It's a mystery, isn't it, Dad says. I feel it too. That a bee, just a bitty insect with 1 stinger, 2 pairs of wings, and 6 hairy legs can make honey. While Dad goes back up on the roof, I lift the honey jars so the sun sparkles through them and line them up on the window sills. Then I spy something crawling up the curtain. Do you see it? A bee! Wait! 2! I screech, grab a swatter, and wrap myself in a towel like a mummy. I watch every move. Those bees nose from one corner of the glass to the other and along the edges like they're hunting. Maybe they don't want to sting me. Maybe they want to go out. That's all. So I put down the swatter. Then I wrestle the creaky old window open, just an inch, and those bees fly out. Dad and I go for a walk when the sun is setting. I'll go on the roof again, I tell him, and I will, because bees are amazing and scary and mysterious, and we need them. And when I say those bee words and the me words, nothing inside me is twisty, because now something inside me is brave. Would you be that brave to go up on the roof or go near a beehive? I don't know. I'm pretty good when I've seen a couple like behind the glass kind of thing, like with the exhibit here, but I don't know how good I would be with a real hive and putting the suit on it. I think that might be one thing Miss Allen is afraid of. We all have those things, right? I just won't hurt the bees because they're very important to my garden. Alrighty, so let's put the words up to our 2 songs before we do the flannel board. Are you ready? We're going to do Bumblebee, Bumblebee, like teddy bear, teddy bear. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing all around. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing on the ground. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing up so high. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing in the sky. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing past your toes. Bumblebee, bumblebee, buzzing on your nose. Alrighty, and here is the beehive. Make your fist. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're alive. Buzz. All right, we're back to do our flannel board. So remember, we're talking about bees today, and I found this really cute flannel board called Buzz Said the Bee. Okay, so once there was you know what that is? A duck. Once there was a duck. Once there was a bee who sat on that duck. The duck said, quack. There's a bee on me. And the duck said, scat. But the bee just sat. So the duck quacked again and sat on a What that is? That's a hen. We'll do it like that. Right there. There. Cluck, said the hen. There's a duck on me. And the hen said scat. But the duck just sat. So the hen danced a jig and sat on a pig. Oink, said the pig. There's a hen on me. The pig said scat, but the hen just sat. So the pig took a bow and sat on a cow. Moo, said the cow. There's a pig on me. The cow said scat, but the pig just sat. And the cow began to weep and sat on a sheep that was sound asleep. The cow said moo, the pig said oink, the hen said cluck, the duck said quack, and the bee said buzz. And that's all there was. Did you like that? It was cute, all of our animals that we got to talk about. And the bee, I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have done that so it doesn't look like he's stinging him, right? Our little bumblebee, there he is with the black and white, or black and yellow. Alrighty guys, so I will see you next week when we talk about freshwater animals. Make sure that if you are not already, you are signed up for summer reading. You are earning minutes and books, getting points, buying raffle tickets for prizes, getting points for doing events, you know, like coming to story time. Let me see if I can find my, there it is, Buzz Buzz. Stay tuned for Miss Molly. She'll have a really cool bee craft and some points for participating in that. We have crafts to be picked up, lots of Zoom programs. So make sure you check out our website so you can participate in as much virtual programs as we have. Alrighty, until next time. On my face I have a nose. On my feet I have 10 toes. Have 2 eyes that I can blink. And here's my head so I can think. I have a chin and very near. I have 2 ears so I can hear. Have 2 arms I reach up high. And with my hands I wave. Goodbye. See you next week, guys.
Hello, welcome to Adventures in Storytime. This week we have a really fun one. We're making these super cute bees for our bees story time. They're really cute and really easy. So all you need is some construction paper. I have yellow and black. We have these hearts for the wings. A piece of like a black triangle for the stinger, pipe cleaners for the antenna, and then some googly eyes. We'll also need glue, maybe a marker, or something to color with. That's about it really, so we'll get started. The first thing we want to do is figure out how it should go. So I know that I want like a yellow on top and then a black in the middle and then a black at the bottom. So I'll do that and then just glue them together. I've kind of flipped the bee over, so I'm like gluing the back of it, but that you don't have to do that. Okay, my glue stick keeps falling out because it's empty. So I have to take a quick break and go get a different glue stick. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back with the new glue stick. Now we're ready to go again. But this is what my bee looks like. Now I'm going to flip it over again and glue the wings on. So I flipped it over to the back and I'm gluing like the pointy end of the heart, like facing inward. So then when you look outside, it looks like that. So. Now I'm going to work on the face, so I'll glue on the googly eyes first, and then we'll draw a little face. So there's the bee and his face and the wings. It's looking pretty good, but we're not finished yet. Okay, so we'll have to be super careful because we glued the eyes on. So we're going to do the antenna next. We want to kind of just like bend them at the top here like candy canes. And then go ahead and glue them to the back. Okay. And then while we're here, let's also glue the little stinger to the back too. Actually, let's use this. Ooh. Okay, so you definitely have to wait for this stuff to dry. You might want to take more time than I did, but I also wanted to show you how to do it. Okay. So I'll wait for my bee to dry. But it will look like this one. Okay, so our next thing is our event code. It is Craft Buzz, all lowercase, one word. If you enter this, you'll get some points for prizes and for reading. So Craft Buzz, CraftBuzz, Craft Buzz. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.